hello. Welcome back to the show, and welcome back to Friendly Designs, the show where we like to give you some advice on designing. Of course, it's just advice. If you don't want to take it, that's perfectly fine. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Today, we are going to be talking about storage. Now, storage is something that we all go through constantly. And I have to say, I like having a nice, clean storage area. I'm sure we all do. But in today's date, a lot of people like to just either throw it into a chest monster or make a grand expression when it's just a storage room. Yes, it's fun to make something that's over the top and fabulous, but sometimes it's also just nice to have a simple storage room. And today we're going to show you how to make a beautiful, simple storage room that you can use in your everyday builds. Of course, I'm not going to do that because my contract says I don't have to leave this place. I'm going to leave that to Friendly on the Fields. But before we get there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. Don't forget to eat spaghetti. And let's get right into it with Friendly on the Fields. Isn't that right, Friendly on the Fields? Why, thank you, Friendly on the Fields. I hope you got the chocolates and... Oh, he's gone. Okay, well, hi, welcome back, guys. It's great to see you again for Season 2. Oh, I haven't seen you in so long. You're looking, fitter. Have you been working out? I see those muscles. Those little pinky muscles. Yeah, you've been working at that pinky. I bet you have. Well, guys, we are back. We are back with another episode, and I'm really excited because today we're going to be talking about storage. Now, I know what you're thinking. Storage is such a practical thing. Everyone has storage, right? Right? Yeah. We all have storage rooms. A lot of people like to either go one direction or the other with it, and today we're going to talk about that. Here we have a storage room. Look at it. Look at this storage room. This is a messy little storage room. Oh, it's just so messy. Look at it. It is what we call a chest monster. Which is funny because sometimes you can have shulker monsters and barrel monsters, but they still call them chest monsters even though they're shulkers and barrels. Guess we're not giving barrels enough love, huh? As part of the Barrel Buddy Association, I appreciate if we gave barrels more love. But this is an example of a very messy storage room. Now, this is probably what your storage room is going to look like when you start out, let's be honest. Or you're doing this up against a wall, like just doing all the way up, and everything else in your room is over here. And that's going to be a problem, right? I mean, how are you going to organize things? How are you going to have things all ready and prepped? And trust me, I know it takes a long time at the start, but having everything organized right at the beginning can actually be really good. Most people will say, oh, Friendly on the Fields, what are you talking about? I'll just get it sorted out later when I make an automatic. Yeah, when will that be? Huh? When? 2 weeks? 2 months? 40 days? Wait, how much is 40 days? Oh god, I made myself do math. See, this is what you did to me. You made me do math. In a second, we're going to go look at a few simple, very simple storage rooms that you will check out. I will also show you a more in-depth version of like a sorted room, and then we'll have a look at a very visually pretty room. Like there's different types of storage rooms, and I think just choosing the one that's best for you. Also, chests? No. No. Chests are not the way. I will tell you now. Chests are not the way. See, I broke something out of pure anger. Chests are not the way. See, when you put a chest up against something, there's always going to be like one space because you have to put either a stair or a slab above a chest so you can open it. If you put a solid block, it will not open. So, become part of the Barrel Buddies. That's all I have to say. Oh, why, hello there, dears. It's me, Granny D, back to tell you about a wonderful product. You won't believe what I have for you today. It's Granny D's balls. That's right. You can now get your own pair of stress balls to relieve all that stress. It'll be wonderful. Just grab onto those balls and give them a squeeze. That's right, give Granny D's balls an extra squeeze just for Granny D. Our first storage room is this one. It's made from basic materials that you'll get at the start. So I've got some spruce, some oak, barrels, lanterns, and trapdoors. All of this is very simple stuff you can get straight from the beginning, and it's very easy. I mean, look at it. It's clean. It goes all the way to the top of the ceiling because there's no barrels. Yeah, that's right. I said it. And you're able to sort things pretty easily. So you could put your ores in this one, your stones in this one, your building materials in that one, maybe armor and weapons over here, maybe some food and some flora and fauna. See, for me, it's very much about sorting. And sometimes you just need a little bit, just a tiny bit, so that when you get to your mega build and when you're having to sort your big storage room, you at least have a head start. Because imagine if you didn't. And of course, we have these barrels. Now, one thing I know a lot of Minecrafters comment on is how lazy it is to do barrels and chests as decorations. Well, I disagree, especially in storage rooms. I mean, these really do show you that, like, imagine you were moving stuff and you've taken your barrels and you're like, place it here, and then you're like, oh, I have no space. Well, I'll leave it here until we have some space. It's more on the roleplay kind of side, and I know a lot of YouTubers say, well, why don't you do proper decorations? Well, sometimes this is as proper as it's gonna get, you know? Sometimes. But what if you want more color? What if you want a splash of color in your life? Say you started in the Sahara biome. Look at this. You could use the orange blocks. That's right, because Sahara is stripped. Look at this stripped. It's orange. Sahara's orange wood. Got these trapdoors. Same thing with the barrels and a different style of where to place these lanterns. But as you can see, this is a little bit different. It's a little bit more of a pop of color. Even the flooring is granite. Now, granite's really easy to get, just like diorite, andesite, so it's really nice, especially with the smooth one. The smooth one looks very clean, looks like tiles. It works really well. So again, a very easy, very simple storage room you can do straight from the beginning. And don't worry what the storage room looks from the outside. I know a lot of people are like, well, I have to build the house and then put the storage inside. You don't really. I know, it's an ugly eyesore, but you are going to remove it eventually and make a mega build storage. I know you. You're a Minecraft player. It's what you do, you know? It's so typical of you guys. God damn it! But that's the plan. The future plan is to do a mega build storage. So you don't want to spend so much time on a smaller build to cover this, when all you need to do is sort. Now, as you can see in this one, it is an L shape and it has more space and everything. You could probably put some furnaces over here or a workbench. And yeah, you could really make it just your entire work area. You could even put a bed over here as well. You could make this like your temporary home of some kind. I think that's really the important part, is the starter base can look pretty, especially if you're a Minecraft YouTuber, but sometimes you just need something that's practical, especially if you're not a Minecraft YouTuber. You just need a survival base. Now let's go look at something that's a little bit more organized.
Racers, start your engines, and may the best drag queen win.
Here it is, the more organized version of a storage room. As you can see, I'm using chests because, well, I don't need to go all the way to the top because I can't reach that high. But I have organized everything. All the woods, stair pieces, slabs, stairs, just everything. This place is insane. It's like a Costco or an IKEA, just full of stuff. It's like going into a normal warehouse store or something. Yeah, it's not pretty. It is not pretty at all, but it is completely organized. This is a placeholder. This is what I call the placeholder storage. I didn't put any time into making it look good. I didn't really put any time into anything but organizing things. As you can see, everything has its own place. It's all labeled. So when I do build the storage room, probably 2 floors up, that is when it's going to be most important. My organization would be there from the beginning, and I can just carry things up one by one, but in order. And it's going to be really handy. It's going to be really handy. So sometimes just doing this sort of storage room can be okay too. I know it's not the prettiest thing, so I would avoid it personally, but I've done this for my building world because I don't come in here very often, so there's no real point, especially when I'm making videos. You know, I'm out in this beautiful world and not really coming in here very often. Only when I have to get materials. But that's not something you guys see, you know? That's not something you'll see. No, 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 no. But what about more visually attractive ones? What about something that really just screams pretty rather than practical? They do exist. In the exact same world, I actually have a storage system for my castle. Yes, it is separate boxes and chests with no real form of organization other than what I know. So, as you can see, this is very detailed, very pretty. I've tried to make it look nice, and it's the complete opposite of what's in my mansion. But in the castle, this isn't labeled. You don't really know. I know, but that's just because I like creative clutter. And this to me is not a preferable thing either because it's separate chests. You kind of don't know where everything is, but it is pretty. This is something I would make for like more of a look rather than a storage room. This isn't practical, this is more of a visual thing. And these are okay too. I love making these shelves out of trapdoors. You can also use slabs as well, which I think I use in other parts of my build. But I really love this. I love the like you can have the hanging lighting and just everything looks like it's like a treasure room. And I've got 4 different rooms that look like this because I really like the idea. Also, a big thing with visual is making sure that you have like these open spaces and all this lighting, natural things that just bring a bit of edge to it, especially the idea like, you know, different colors, because green and pink versus all this brown, there's a lot of brown. Let's be honest with ourselves, there's a lot of brown. Even I'm wearing brown. My hair's brown. My pants are brown. My shirt is brown. Well, vest. Our final one we're going to go look at is actually in a different world. Like, this is Friendly Kingdoms. We're inside of Friendly Kingdoms right now, which is I'm very, very nice that the friendly from this universe let me in. I believe he's a king. He gets a bit grumpy, so, yeah, try not to talk to him. He will yell at you. But let's go to another world. Noobcraft Season 2. Such a blast from the past. Let's go! Well, guys, welcome to Noobcraft Season 2. You can go check it in the playlist if you actually want to watch the season, how this came to be. Look at this big place. Oh, it's so big and modern. I'm terrible at modern builds, but here we are. And this is my storage room. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Okay. It's a White House. I based it off the idea of having a White House, you know, me being the mayor of this town, and because it's so modern, I had to build something that was a little bit more modern. Which, yeah, I know. Not my style at all. However, this is the storage room. The first thing you see when you step inside is obviously, well, a giant tank of axolotls and a patterned floor, but it is more about the visuals than it is about the practicality. I mean, even the fact that the chests, I use chests instead of barrels, so there's one space just above. I used a lot of different materials, some of them a little bit harder to get, but it was about visuals for me. I wanted it to look nice. I wanted it to be pretty. I wanted it to look nice. I wanted it to be pretty. And when I come back here and look at it, it is nice. It is pretty. It's a little less detailed than I do now, but this was like a year or 2 ago, and I've changed a lot since then. But this is definitely an option. As you can see, there's storage everywhere with none of it labeled, but I did know where everything was. Again, it's pretty, but it's not practical. There's no labeling, you don't know where things are, but you just kind of have to guess. And of course, my frames, item frames of what stores I had to build. These are actually ideas of what stores I was going to build, like a sand store and all that. I came with a few, these are like the last hopes, you know, fish store and terracotta glaze store. It was a little bit weird. But I did like this season, and I do think that this storage room is kind of nice. Except when you're playing through an SMP, there's always going to be a chest monster. Trust me, everyone in this entire SMP had a chest monster. I've checked. This is the world download. Everyone still had a chest monster near the end. Jesus Christ, we're terrible people. At the end of the day, when it comes to storage, you just have to think about practicality with a few simple details. Remember that it will be taken down and destroyed for a bigger house, so don't go too crazy, even though you probably want to impress your friends. Impress your friends with your builds, not with your storage. Anyway, guys, I'm going to send you back to Friendly in the studio, and thank you so much for listening. Make sure Friendly got those chocolates, okay? I really want to know if Friendly Studio got the... yes, could I please get a decaf none? Oh, we're back! Oh, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I hope Friendly on the Fields taught you something special about storage. I like to organize things myself. A little bit of OCD. But storage is so important, especially with every build. And having an organized place, nice and clean. I mean, if it doesn't bring you joy, throw it away. That's very true. That's very true. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of your friendly neighborhood noob community. I have been Friendly in the studio. This has been Friendly Designs. And honestly, I want to thank Not So Evil Corp for this wonderful season 2. Thank you, Not So Evil Corp. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Don't forget to eat spaghetti, and I will see you in the next video. I don't know what it'll be, though. Honestly, I don't know when it'll be. But hopefully we'll have a wonderful new topic next week that you can learn from. Anyway, goodbye. 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 Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. So long. We both see the same stars. So long.